Hello, welcome to my channel. It's good to have you here. So today I want to talk about what I would do, my work, like why I've done what I've done in my stuff, because I've listened to a couple now. I've heard people all talking about me or giving me a good hard time, right? And there's a reason. There's a reason why you all give me a hard time. And so obviously you don't like me. You think I'm an absolute arsehole or whatever, right? Because a lot of people do, right? And I don't know why. Maybe it's because of my attitude. Maybe it's because, there's a reason, right? And I'm a connector. So what do they want to create on this realm, right? So you might understand certain things that take place in these realms, but what you got to realise is that when you hate me and try and fight me, you're making it harder for me to do what I'm supposed to do. So you're trying to kill a connector, right? So what is a 369? What's the connector? Connects the ley line. It connects everything. Why is it a connector, right? This is what you got to realise. Is that, you think you found your way back up to the top for me and then you can chuck me away to the wayside. Well, it doesn't work like that. You don't know the functions. You don't know anything about it. And then when you do, it gets took out. Why? Because somebody else is trying to get it. And it's not me. Somebody else. So you got to think, there's two groups, you versus me, there's about 10 of them. 10 different groups wanting different things. Trying to fight the way to the top. Concept. It's not a true concept. It's just an ideology, right? It's an ideology. Small minds talk about people. Average minds talk about events. And intelligent minds talk about ideas, right? So the ideas concept is the one that we really want to be pushing. Obviously not too much, because we have to really understand that it can be taken out. So what do you think I'm bossing the realms, do you? Think I'm big bossing the realms, do you? No, they're trying to manifest through me. This is what they're doing, right? Manifesting through me. They don't want anyone to help me. They don't want anyone to be my friend, right? Why? Because you're getting little downloads. Because where else have you got it from? Where else have you got it from? Your little downloads and your little programmable states that they've inverted. Where else have you got it from? You haven't got it from anywhere else. You all believe in such this spiritual connotation so much that a God complex was up there handling me. And it's just, I got to see it. Is that, you all hate me for some reason. You all think that, there must be some, some of you as well, but you wait until, like, some of you wait and you slag me off, and then you wait until, like, I've just been absolute decimated, then you take me out again. Like, that's weak. Right? That's weak. Because you do it on purpose. Like, you try and take me out. It's weak. Do you understand how weak that is? Because I'm not the one that's... I'm the one that's actually trying to pull it out of you. And if you notice that. If anything, you'll see me pulling attachments. You'll see me pulling it out of you. So what are you doing? What are you doing fighting me for? Why are you fighting me? Yeah? So then what you got to realise is that there's bigger people in this mix. It isn't just a cultist out there. It's like the government. There's like government factors to take place. You've got to really understand and digest now what's going on here. It's not just like a game, is it? It's real life. It's my life, right? You're all kosher because, Jen popped in and helped you lot, and then what? You're just going to leave me, are you? You're all traitors. Do you know what that means? It means that you haven't really understood what you're meant to be doing around here, which is meant to be working together. Meant to be like working as a team. And you're meant to be able to see beyond the people who are doing this as well. We're supposed to pull each other up and pull each other out. Not push us into these spaces. What do you think this is like? Do you just think that this is like a normal thing? That, like, I don't even want to be on here. Part of me don't even want to be on here. I want to do other stuff. But I've ended up being on here almost at the point where I have to tell you lot what's actually going on around here because you don't understand. Right? So some 3, some 6, some 9s will know. They'll know this. They'll get bits and pieces and knowledge information, and then obviously your other numbers, they'll collaborate. But what you got to understand is that a 369 is a connector. Right? And I'm pretty sure the government know this. It's a connector. So it is a manifester, but I would go a little bit. I would go a little bit further than that, and I would actually just say that it's a connector. One sec. I'm gonna give you another one. If you help me, right, what's gonna happen? You might say something to me like, "Give me advice," and then you get knocked out. Why? What do you think is me? Help me. Give me some advice, and then you get knocked out in spiritual realms. So the reason why this is happening, right? Because I know you watch me, whoever you are, it's because they're trying to stop me from having what I want, which is so simple. It's so simple. So they've got you lot to do it. They pay you money to do it. They threaten you to do it. And if you won't take money, or you won't take bribes, or you won't take this, you won't take that, they'll do something else. So the reality is, just because you're a spiritualist doesn't take away the fact that, this is going to be happening to you lot. It happens to people in government working, right? It happens to everybody, right? We're all being triangulated. Why? Because someone knows what's going on around here, and I'm telling you now, right? And if you obviously don't want to listen to me, you don't think demons exist, are you kidding me? You don't think demons exist? Are you for real, right? They're the most evilest people on this plane. They don't want people to win because they want to steal your ideas and run away with it. When the reality is that you're a connector. I'm a connector. So if I'm a connector, you got to think, what are we breaking down here? We're breaking it down. We're breaking the dimensions down. That's what's going on now, right? So the dimensions are going to be broken down, back to nothing again. So by the time I split, if it's not right, then it's going to get ruined. And not everybody knows this stuff. No, quite a bit. I mean, I've seen you all up there. You're sitting there in your fancy chairs and that. It's not even real concepts. They're just dimensional spaces that you created. Yeah, it's just almost like, it's like a movie, and just like put it all together and like come up with like 10. It's just like, it's not the answer, is it? Right? It's a connector. It's wisdom. It's understanding. Right? It's why stuff like this. Connected to what? What do I talk about? So obviously I've come here for a reason. I don't like certain things, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people out there that disagree with me and don't like me agree with me about the same things. And the reality is that they want to try and connect it together to make it a truth, right? So what's going on? Like in real terms, what is going on? They're trying to create spaces to make it believable that there's something taking place on that 369 code, right? Or they're trying to accept it or allow it, right? There's something going on here, isn't there? With the 369 code, right? There's one or two, right? There's a couple of us. But if you've got 9s in there, if you've got 3s, you're going to know what I'm talking about, right? So the reality is that, you guys probably see a bit more than the rest of them do. Well, let me tell you now, some of them don't even care either. They might sing just to keep their job. They might sing certain things just to keep their job, right? They might just like I like that one, Holy Grail warning. Yeah, that was it. That was a warning, right? I think it was just in what's his name? Just in that dude. That's it. Just his one, the solo version. That one. Warning. I was like, oh my god, what's happening? Right. So anyway, it's a connector, right? So you can't just steal it and then think it's going to work for you, right? You can't just use it through my body field and then think it's going to work for you, right? Because the reality is that I don't agree with it, and if you're doing it against my nature, well, that's going to break you too. And you might sit there all chirpy and chappy and that, because you might just be an evil person, straight up evil person. And this is how they want the world to be. They want it to be evil. Yeah. The reality is that they're trying to fight. Ultimately, they take my hierophants out as well. They try and make me and you fight. So what? Take us out. So what? You don't believe there's nothing left? Oh no. They take it all away. Take it all away. It's controlling over our factor. Right? And they're controlling me. So I think everyone would just be glad if Gemma left this plane, wouldn't they? Wouldn't you? No, because it's all going to crumble. Right? So it's not just about me. Obviously, there's other people out there that are 9s and 3s, but they'll just do whatever they want for money, fame, power. Right? This is what they downloaded it to me. I was like, I don't want money, fame and power. You can stick it up your japsy, mate, because I don't want it. What do I want? I want to protect children, make sure they're safe and keep them safe. Right? I didn't spend 3 years at criminology for nothing, did I? I want this world to be a better place, right? But they don't want that, do they? That's why you fight me, and that's it. There's no other reason, right? They don't want me to leave. They don't want me to leave England. They don't want me to leave this place. They don't want me to they don't want me to do this. They want me to stay here in a box and stay in a box, right? Because that's what one of them, man in a suit analogy, he was doing that to me. They want me to stay in a box, right? They're monitoring spirits, aren't they? It's a connotation. I think to call it monitoring spirit. But the reality is that, when you care about stuff and you spend your whole life on it, and then what you do is you talk about it and then you dismantle it. That's the 9, right? So let's get with it. So a lot of you lot, right, sitting there going, oh, this is just how this world works and we're all having the same visions as each other. No, you're not. You're not spiritualists. You're not. Sorry, but there's a bigger overarching factor taking place here. And it's because you're having visions and downloads because somebody else is handling that other person in that moment in time. And that's the reality. And, if it wasn't, how would you be a spiritualist and not come across all the negative stuff in this world? Because when I was a kid, I used to just, I had these experiences where I could, feel all the pain in the world. And a lot of Pisces do. And, a lot of kids will do that anyway, naturally, because they're caring, compassionate, and it's a human nature. I think a lot of people have been desensitised to do their job. They're conditioned. It's, you get tested when you go through jobs and stuff. They do flash at you. They do flashes at you. So there's one. When you go into your job roles, they do training exercises with you. Well, it's not just training, is it? Because they've got the lights out and that, and they've got all the flashy lights, and then they're scanning stuff through you. Or they're making you do talk-throughs, or they make you go through stuff, and they have certain arguments with people, and then trigger you later on in life. I don't know if you can follow me with this, but this is usually how they treat you and get you in a corner type thing, or box you in, right? So what they do is they trigger you. Okay, so I know, for example, one of mine's smoking, right? It's a trigger, and it's on purpose, and it's a form of what is it? I can't remember what it's called. It's where what is it? Hypnotherapy. But it's also it's a form of a transmission, right? And they download it to you, right? And this happened to me. I remember it when I was a kid. So I'm not coming in here being a manifestor to your world, right? I'm not. I'm here to stop it. Because when I was little, something terrible happened to me. So I can remember that. I can go back to that. And it's rather disgusting, really, because they don't actually understand what they're doing is it's almost like they're accepting a creation like that on the plane. So I'm telling you now, because this is why I talk about what I talk about, because it's already happening. I dropped through into this bloody world, onto the grass, this creation. I dropped on within it. I didn't create it, did I? All of us, we're all here. We're all in the same boat. And the reality is that we can come together or we can just not, right? And if you're going to fight me back, because you're determined what to do, create more havoc on a plane. I want you clever people, you got attachments. So I had one as well. Pull it out. Because as soon as I said it, they did it to me. Again. Pull it out, pull it out, pull it out, pull it out. It's the only way you're going to ever understand what's going on around here. We need to heal. You do need healing. Don't listen to that man, Universal Mastery. You do need healing, right? You need to pull attachments because he's got them. He has them all the time, you can tell. He has them all the time, okay? You can tell by the way he changes. You can tell. He sits in the same position all the time, but he looks different, right? I look different. I look different because my angle, camera angle differently. He doesn't. You can see it looks different all the time because he has attachments. He came back to me when I was really little. He was one of them. What did he take? Who am I? What did he do? And do you know what, right? A lot of people say, oh yeah, this is one of the things he said to me as well. He don't help anybody, right? He don't help anybody. Let me tell you now, he don't help anybody. He would sound like it, the way he talks and that, but he doesn't. And there's other things going on as well in that position, his position, right? He is one of the key contributors to how my life is now. He is one of the key contributors to what is happening in my life, and it's because he's being hijacked. He don't get it. Told him loads of times. Give him so many chances. And, at the end of the day, whatever, there's loads of them out there. We're all doing it. They all got took out first. They weren't nothing to do with me. Right? But now all of a sudden it has something to do with me. Now all of a sudden it's my fault, innit? We've been sitting there slagging me off for ages. I ain't done anything wrong. A lot of ya. It's almost like you get downloads to say it, but you don't realise that you're fighting me. But it's actually me that you're fighting. And then in the end, what you realise is, it's something to do with your planets. That's it. Well, now it's not, is it? Now it's something to do with children, protecting them, keeping them safe, right? Why do you think you can't see these children that are being treated unfairly in these places? Can you feel into it? All you spiritualists out there, feel into it. Can you feel into them care homes? Can you feel into them spaces? Can you feel into them? Right. Now tell me you're a spiritualist. Now be confident in your role. Come on then. Go and save the children. That's the whole point, innit? I'm a connector, 369. That's the mission.